This is Legally Speaking. I'm Matt Topolsky, and I'm being joined here today by Walker, Texas lawyer. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me.
And we've learned a lot in the last few segments that we've visited with each other. But now we want to talk about insurance companies in general and why someone should hire an attorney in matters where they must deal with these companies. Why should someone hire you if they have to deal with an insurance company?
Yeah, well, insurance companies have their lawyers, and I believe that if you're involved in an accident, which is not your fault, that you should have your lawyer. Let's be clear about this. Insurance companies are in the business of selling insurance and collecting premiums and getting away with as little as possible and paying out. It's just human nature, just a natural course of business that they don't want to pay out any more than they have to. And they may say they're being fair. I have found over the 31 years that I've been in this business that they're not really entirely fair.
Yeah.
There's a number of excuses and a number of reasons they don't want to pay. They'll claim that you had a pre-existing condition, that this accident didn't cause the problem. The accident was not severe enough to cause this injury. Property damage was not high enough to cause an injury like this. It's a funny thing. When the property damage is $1,500, they bring that up and they ring that bell so loud that it's deafening. However, when it's $22,000 worth of property damage and a rollover vehicle, and I bring that up, they say, well, that doesn't have anything to do with it. We're just going to look at the injuries. So it's important to have someone who's run the rickets with the insurance company and who is used to the excuses and the roadblocks they throw up. They'll tell you your client's so young they couldn't have possibly been hurt. They're only 20 years old. They're such a stud they should never have been injured. Well, okay, not so, but or on the other hand, your client is an elderly person, and therefore they had all these injuries before the accident. So every once in a while I ask them, what exactly is the magic age where you can be hurt in a wreck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where is that magic age? Your client's a little chunky, so therefore they had back problems. Guess what? No. The problem you have is, however, no one that I've ever had goes out and gets an MRI on their spine a week or so before the wreck so they can prove, hey, in case I'm in a wreck next week, I can show you my spine was in good shape, and now it's not.
Right.
Who does that? But that's kind of the argument that you have to deal with. Mm-hmm. And get a lawyer? Oh, yes, you bet.
Well, I think it's important for people to know that they're not running a non-for-profit business here. I mean, they are in the business of making money and making sure that they pay as little as possible.
And that's exactly what they're in the business of doing, and even more so in some places like Texas than others. There's been a lot of propaganda here by insurance companies, which has caused the payout rates on claims in Texas to be quite a bit lower than some other parts of the country.
Right.
Which is insurance companies flock to places where they make a higher profit. So the profit margin is much higher. If the premiums are high and you don't have to pay out that much on claims, obviously you're going to make more money.
So it's a bad idea to take on an insurance company on your own.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's hard enough with a lawyer.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it either. We'll be right back with Legally Speaking. We're going to have an under review segment and recap everything we've talked about here today. So stay with us, folks.